ooh, ooh, ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and finish in business. I'm sitting in business. Just look at the ticket. A traveling man. I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it. I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it. Elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay, give me more of them dollars. Still on the grind, ahead of my time. My yesterdays are your mananas. Trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka.
For my money, it's the best time of the year. Playoff football time as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Washington Commanders. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Gibson here running out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Smith. This is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and get
touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, 40 yards. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Gino. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Ready?
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Pitching it out to Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, Gibson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Gino now to throw. He completes this to Cole Turner. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Gibson toss right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 43 yards on the ground here for Harris. It's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Gino on first down. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now here's Young. And that is incomplete here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young to throw it. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the... Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Jeremy Chin picks it off. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Commanders nothing.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Ready, break. Go.
Sanders again. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
That's good for a Washington Commanders.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Smith.
At the Panthers' 38-yard line.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Smith. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Washington. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Just beating the play clock, Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Ready. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Off the play fake, Young. On the move to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Trimble, 42 yards. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half.
The kick is good.
Piniero's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 60 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Here we go. Line.
They snap it to Smith. Jahan Dotson. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
That's good for a Washington Commanders. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On second down, here's Smith. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Ready. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense.
There he goes, left side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chuba Hubbard.
74 yards.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 3.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Escapes the defender.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is it.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Panthers extend their lead yet again.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing is Smith. Caught by Turner. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Smith going to try and run with it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Smith. And my goodness, another interception. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard.
Nifty move. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Panthers 42, Commanders 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Oh, good move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not... No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get the...
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says,
there he goes, right side. He may go. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 163 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line. Let's go.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers just continue to roll. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. This pass into the hands of Turner. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. A give up the middle, Hubbard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And Corral will throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. 75 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And how about the burst here to begin the drive? Another big gain on the ground. This one good for 17 more. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Washington first down. First and 10 at the 35.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, here's Gibson.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Here we go on fourth. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Corral and the Panthers going to come up now, first and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home.
And now here is another interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. Taking it right down Broadway. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Hubbard. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll look to run with Hubbard. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Brissett's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 1st down, Brissett. Quick slant, Dotson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the penalty there winds up on the offense, so obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the